Let's continue, chapter 5. Okay, your test will be in week 7. Now it's week 4. We actually a bit in front of, a bit advanced to our syllabus, but I will give you revision maybe next week or this coming Friday. I'll give you the revision. Then we continue our lecture. So your test 1 will cover until here. Your test 1. Okay. You have, okay, your test 1 will up to chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4. It depends on, if you learn more, then maybe more question will cover lah. But our plan intend to ask you up to chapter 4. Okay, in total have 8 chapter. So we already cover chapter 4 already last week. So now we go into chapter 5. Okay, so if we finish early, then we will spend more time for your projects lah. Okay. Okay. So now we'll look at organization chart. And now we're in chapter 4. So once we complete chapter 4, we'll go into revision. Okay. Why we need organization chart, right? So these are the reason why we need organization chart. So also in your test offer. So you just ask you what. First is authority, second responsibility, the third one accountability. So these are the 3 keywords which is important for organization chart. So organization chart have level, okay, have their own level. So from the level, you know the authority, people carry out tasks. Responsibility means each department or functional group is called functional group or functional unit. So each functional unit, finance have finance function, R&D or production have production, QA have QA function. So that is responsibility. The third one is accountability. So accountability means sometimes you as a project manager, you want to so-called blame the person or department for the losses. You check the organization chart. So accountability is answerable for the assignment or projects. Authority is more on decision. It's more on decision. Who can make the final decision? Or you previously we learned about the phrase and gate, right? The phrase gate. So these are 5 phrases, and then you have a gate 1, gate 2, and so on. Right? Not more than 6 gate. Not more than 6 gate. Okay. So accountability actually is a combination. Again, it's a qualitative equation. Accountability is a combination of authority plus responsibility. This one is a management equation. Not like our engineering, we have a parameter and all this stuff. No. Okay. The rest of it. So accountability is more on individual. Authority and responsibility is how you delegate the task. So traditional way, you see this is classic. So this will be the base of comparison. So when you answer question in chapter 4, this will be your base of start your discussion about organization chart. Okay. So the question asks you a certain kind of organization chart, what is the benefit or what is the difference compared to the classic organization chart? This is the one that you used for comparison. Okay. So most of you already done your internship training. So all company outside there, you have organization chart. So you have division and then department, section, and so on. So this is the organization chart. And they have engineering, operation, finance, admin, marketing, and so on. Okay. So the rest you read. Okay. So division here is functional groups. So all these are functional group, engineering, operation, finance, and so on. They are functional groups. Then below the function groups, you have all the technical department, technical expertise. The rest you read. Okay, so this typical or classic traditional organization, they are generated during the industrial era. Now we are in the industrial 4.0. So maybe they are created in industrial 1.0 or 2.0 that time. Okay. Okay. So first thing is that you must differentiate between project manager and functional managers, their authority. So in classic management structure, without project management, all the resources are under functional manager. I mean, functional can have its final say whether they want to support or they want to loan their people for the projects. So they have their own budgets, money, approval, and they can request for additional stuff if they think they need. Okay. So this one you read lah. Important is this slide tell you functional manager, they have absolute control for the budget. So these are the advantages of traditional organizations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, memorize 3 from here. All right, so this one you read lah, traditional. Disadvantages, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember 3. Okay, so advantages, the advantages, and so on. This kind of structure always appeared in the final exam or your test 1, test 2. So if you see chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, you also have advantages, disadvantages. So read all these. Okay. Once we already covered traditional one, now we go into the first category, new hybrid or we call it pure products organization. Pure products organization. So pure products develop a division within division. So you have product A, product B, product C. They focus on products. Okay. For example, you can take national car manufacturer. So they have Kanchil, not Kanchil, now Kanchil no more. They have the X5, X70 division and so on. So they have their own products. Product A, they have their own team. Product B, they have their own team and so on. So they have, you see, they have engineering, manufacturing, they have own. Okay. So the first pure products, they focus on products. So this kind of organization, what they scared of is they don't have a continuous flow. They need a continuous flow to sustain this organization chart. But if the request or order is not continuous, then this one cannot sustain. Because maybe product A sell very hot, then this one continue to run. Then this one B maybe lose money one, nobody want to order. Then but you still need to maintain the facilities, people there, so you'll lose money and so on. So to maintain this kind of organization, you need a continuous flow. Major advantages of this one is project manager maintain complete line of authority. Because project manager, you handle products, deliver products or services. Okay. So the traditional one is line manager or functional manager. They have the full authority. But when it comes to pure products or projectiles, so they are, if you are someone who is elected or appointed as project manager, means you have the complete authority over the decision. Right. Right. So because individual reports to only one person, which is a project manager, so the strong communication channels is there because you only report to one person, one project, you deal with this person. Okay. Okay. Long lead time. I'm not sure whether you see this one in the internship. Lead time means from the beginning until delivery time. Lead time, right? Lead time means the time it need to take from the start until delivered, your services delivered or the product delivered. It's called lead times. So when you go, lead times is mentioned in the contract, right? So trade-off studies means you need to sacrifice something, right? Conduct response time, permit, this one you read. Okay. So what is important to the project manager? So responsibility attribute to the project manager were entirely new. So project manager, PM, authority is now granted by vice presidents and general manager, means they empowered by vice president and general manager. Means they normally they report to direct to vice president or GM. Okay. Then the project manager handled all conflicts in this pure product organization. So they handle all the conflicts because the objective is to make sure the project success. So something a bit special between this one, functional managers, they're able to maintain qualified staff for new product development only. Old product, no. Old products, this one, I mean, old products for the sustainable continuous product one, still they need to follow or listen to project manager. Only for new products, then functional manager, maybe they have some say on that. Okay. So also have advantages and disadvantages. You're going to read this one. Okay, pick 3 points to remember. Okay, so they have the advantages, the advantages. So this one is the product organization form. Product. This one, early one is traditional product management or organization chart. Now the third one is called matrix. Matrix is a combination of pure functional and pure products organization. Okay, means pure functional, you can say is a traditional organization chart, where it is but give authority to the functional unit. Mean finance do finance things, R&D do R&D, production to production. But just now the product organization means project by project. Okay, metric is a combination of two. Combination of two. So they are called ideally shoot for project driven. So project driven and product is a different. So not to confuse between the earlier product organization structure. So this one metrics, they are more suitable to project driven. So for example, the metric structure, they look like this. What is the difference between the previous one? This is a classic one, the one that I draw on the whiteboard. And this one is like, it will share the traditional one, the pure functional, like the one I draw on the whiteboard, GM, and then engineering, operation, financial, others. But with metrics, your project manager is parallel. Your project manager is same as other finance manager. They are same. And it just rotated. Rotated. If you put this one here, they are parallel. same authority, but they share resources. So here is functional responsibility. This is project responsibility. What does it mean? It means the staff within a company, they are metrics, they mix. Means it can be reporting to different project manager under one functional manager. So let's say I pick this one. So this person here, it can report to, it is report to engineering manager, but also it report to project manager X, this one. And so on. So as long as there is a cross of vertical and horizontal, it's fall under matrix structure. So this is a diagram that you can draw. So very high chances this kind of question will come out. So this diagram easily costs you 5 marks just to draw this one. Okay. So you ask you like, okay, can you illustrate a traditional organization chart and a matrix structure? Then discuss the advantages and disadvantages of each of the organization chart. It become one question, 25 marks. Okay. So the rest you read lah. The rest you read. I did explain all the things in a few words. Okay. What is important in matrix organization is information sharing is important. Okay. Information sharing is important. So with, for example, Microsoft now they have previously previously Windows their individual computer. Then as a technology involved, now we have Teams, we have cloud services. So all the stuff inside the company, they can look for information once they connected online. So this, again, what is important for metrics is information sharing is mandatory, is a must. You must share and you must open up all the files to share. Okay. So product management is a coordinative function. Metric management is collaborative function. Okay. Coordinative function, product management is coordinative. Metric management is collaborative. Okay, what does it mean? Both are sound very near. Metrics management means collaborate, means there's a cross. You need to work with other departments. Project management is coordinate. Coordinate here is focused on project manager. Project manager will be like a traffic police. You will direct the traffic, like, okay, you go here, like that. Okay, coordinate. But metrics, you need to collaborate, you need to talk to each other. There's no traffic, there's no police there, but you have to coordinate. You have to know, okay, what is happened, and then who should you talk to? The information is always cross. Okay. So the rest is written now. Okay, so I put the two structure organization side by side. You should be able to draw these two organization chart lah. Okay. So this is a pure products or projectile structure. Okay, pure products or projectiles, or you can just memorize this one is a pure product structure or conditional structure. And this is a matrix where there's a cross reporting of the responsibility. So again, you need to write lah. Once you draw the arrow, please write functional responsibility, and the horizontal is project responsibility. Okay. So this side, pure product, they only have functional responsibility. They only have functional responsibility. Okay. So on the left-hand side, project leaders, they lead the things, but metrics, they are in a team. They make decision as a team. Okay. So if you go into Intel, then they work in a team like that. Or you go into Dyson, they also have a lot of project design team, so they also work in a team. Okay. And nowadays, if you go to Dell or Intel, the first question will ask you, you Intel also, which factory you are in? Then you need to tell your factory which factory you are in. Yeah, because each factory they have different products. They fabricate the things, different wafer, different things. So Motorola also same. Motorola. Rules means what are the rules when you use the matrix? So you read this one. Okay, so these are the ground rules that you should have inside your company if you employ the collaborative communication. Okay. So since the keyword just now keep popping up is the sharing of information, all managers must have input into the planning process. Means you must share information. That's got three things, cost, time, and requirement. So if you don't share information, then either one of these will be in trouble. Maybe engineering tell you, oh, this one cannot do because of the technology you have, but the manager do not tell. Right? Or finance manager don't tell you, actually we are short of reserve money, we don't have money to hold the project and so on. So it will be dangerous. So if the company have metrics, all this you have to follow. Okay. So same here, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember 3. You don't need to remember all, but at least 3 from here. Oh, still got lah. Okay, the rest you read. Okay, the rest you read. And all these are questions. You use the metric. Okay, this one you read lah. Important, these two roles, project manager and functional managers. They are the key difference between different organizations. Okay, again, organization advantages, disadvantages of pure metrics organization chart. So there are lots. Remember 3 from here. Okay, disadvantages also same. Remember 3 from here. Of course, got short one. Got short one, you remember. Long one also you can, but usually you remember the short one. Okay, so comparison. Comparison, project engineering and project management. So engineering is more on analysis. There is a control process there. Okay, total project planning, logistics, support, and so on. But you look at a project management have more things inside there compared to project engineering. Okay, now you have basically you have two types of organization chart: pure products and metrics. So now you need to know how to select. How to select. Okay. So these are the factor. There are lots of factor. Again, remember maybe 4 from here. So they have 8, 9. Remember 4 from here. 4 factor that when you consider which type of organization chart to choose: project size, length, span of control, and so on. Project location and your resources. Okay. So basically, it's still repeating the 3 main things: cost, time, and customer spec or customer requirement. So you just elaborate based on these 3 points. Okay, 4 fundamentals parameter. Okay, so what are the difference between these slides? So this one is project organization form. This one is 4 parameter when you do, you must analyze. Must analyze. So these are the things: integrated devices, authority structure, influence, and information system. Okay, the rest you read. So these are the things. Integrate devices. So how you exchange information here. Okay. So it means the reporting, how you do reporting and so on. So depends on the size of the company. So if the company is small, startup, so the communication normally is informal. Right? You can talk very friendly to your CEO when you have a startup. You sit at the same table, same space, and so on. But as your company grow, you want to talk to your CEO also very hard. You need to make appointment. Okay. Authority structure. This one is chain of command, right? Chain of command. So they have a functional authority. This one traditional management. Product authority means product management, and dual authority is matrix organization. So there are three types of structure. Okay. Inference, distribution. This one is the location, salary, design change, and so on. Information. This one is the sharing of information again. Information. So this one person called Gabriel, he elaborate on the factor that you should consider when it comes to selecting the right organization chart. All these you go and read So got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, again, remember 3 from here. Okay, the rest you read All the information is there. Okay, let's go for quiz. So in which organization form is the most difficult to integrate project activities? You have A, B, C, D. Most difficult to integrate. Which one? Of course, not matrix already, Matrix you integrate. Okay, it's the classic or traditional. Because why? It's a functional communication. It fixed to one department already. You want to flip, you have to like talk to the CEO or general manager. Okay. Number 2, which of the organization form would be the project manager possess the greatest amount of authority? In matrix, you know, right? If you pick the organization, it's a parallel, right? So it's not a matrix. So it's a projectize Project manager manage project So classic is functional manager. It's a functional unit, the top person for that department. Okay, 3. Which organization form does the project manager often have the least amount? Least amount, you know as weak matrix. Least amount. So, which organization form is project manager least likely to share resources with other projects? Which one? Classic, project, matrix. What do you think? Project, Because project, your resources go to that project already. You rarely want to share your resources to other projects. Okay. So number 5, which organizational form do project manager have the greatest likelihood of processing reward power and have the weight salary administration function? Means you can control salary of your staff, provided the project and line manager are the same person. Which one? What do you think? Do Which one? Which one? A, huh? Okay. Traditional means traditional. Your R&D manager can say, this I pay you 3,000 per month. I want to pay my staff like 3,000 per month. Okay. In which organization form is the worker is the greatest jeopardized of losing his or her job, his project is cancelled. It's about job security lah. You go into the company, or the company use this organization chart. So maybe your job is security is not as great as other organization chart. Again, this one is you read under the advantages and disadvantages of the organization chart, then you know. Okay. So it's a projectized. Means after the project finish, they can lay off already. It doesn't care like whether they need you or not. So projectized one, they are very dangerous one. So you want to secure the job, you make good connection with the project manager, or you perform during the projects. Then the new manager come out, they know, oh, last project, or this person do very well, so I'm going to take him. Okay. Number 7, which type of metric structure would a project manager most likely have the command of technology? You have strong, balanced, weak, cross-cultural. Of course, cross-cultural is not strong. Okay. The strong metrics means you have a cross information, right? So you have a strong metrics means you have a you can access to a lot of technologies. Okay. A few more slides, then we call it a day. Selecting a project manager. So how to select a project manager? Okay, we already completed all the organization chart things already. Now we go into like, now you are the GM. You want to select a good candidates of project manager. How do you choose? Right. So there are 5 questions you need to answer. 1, what are the resources you have? How we select the thing? Is there any career path or career development in the company? What is the time frame for the projects? Because different people, they manage things differently. Some people, they are very good in time management. Some people, they are good in technical. Some people, they are good in human conflict things. So different type of person, they have different benefit and disadvantages, right? So how do we evaluate project management performance? So this one also different. Different people, they have a different strength and weakness. So it depends on what you want. Okay, so these are the responsibilities. Go and read. I summarize, it's communication. All these 5 points, you elaborate based on communication, that keyword. Okay, and make sure the project success. Okay. So again, time, cost, performance. Profit, make sure you make profit. Then you're able to give decision. There are 4 types of decision: proceed without changes, proceed with changes, stop and wait for information, or cancel. There are 4. And I keep repeating this one. So make sure you know how to answer if this one come up. So to negotiate with all functional discipline. This one is again is a communication elaboration on a keyword. Okay. Resolve conflict also. So remember 3 from here. The main responsibility, you got 6, remember 3. Okay, so the rest you read. So so what are the skill set they have? So this one is responsibility. Then what are the skill set they need? So they need a skill set for interface, resources, planning, and control. So they have 1, 2, 3 skill set. You need these three skills. So one is interface. Interface means you're able to connect with the missing part. Right? So you're able to connect to customer, you need to connect to the management, top management. So you're able to talk to the top, you're able to talk to the ground. Then you know how to exchange information because all information go to you. So you need to know, how to talk the information, production information, and then you talk to finance. Because the way production, they talk finance is a bit different from the finance department. So you need to convert the content into the language of the department that you are talking to. Okay, production they have their own language. Function finance have their own language. So you need to, and then top management have their own language also. Right? And so on. This one you read. Resources. Again, repeating the three keywords: time, cost, and the resources. Time, resources, money. You elaborate. Planning and control management is more on risk control and efficiency. Risk and improve efficiency. Then give solution to the problems. Solve conflict, reduce risk, and improve performance. Okay, these are the skill set, three skill set. Interface, resources, planning, and control. Okay. Then today, project manager have been changed since 1980s. The rest you read. So now project manager, they are converted from the old 1980s, maybe you're a technical manager. You change to a business manager. You think like how to make profit, how do you reduce cost, sell at high price, how to bid for the project in the lowest cost, and in the business sense. So there are two primary skills for project manager: knowledge and risk management. Okay, knowledge of the business, you know the environment of business. For example, government in coming 5 years program plan strategies, you need to know. Nowadays, you need to know what happened to the future 5 years, what are the governments doing, or what are the foreign country they are doing, what are the US going to do for the next 5 years, right? Or what country going to fight with another country. You have to know. Okay? All this integration skill and all this. Out of these three, the most important is risk management. So normally when you hold the project manager position, they will send you for risk management training and also project management training. Okay, the rest you read. So these are the chart. It tell you the quantity change of the skill set: technical skill, quantitative skill, problem solving, behavior skill, and business conceptual skill. So it will change. Technical skill now string already. Nowadays you don't need very good technical, but basic one. At least you're able to communicate with the production and so on. Engineering department and so on. Quantitative skill, make analysis still remain the same. The way you analyze the project and so on. Problem solving skill same. Behavior same, but more on the business concept skill. You know how to package your proposal. Okay. Okay, this one is the changes, magnitude of time and the years, right? So you have two integrated management. So if you move from 1980s to 2000, it increased. It increased, but planning and replanning with team is reducing. Why? Now you have AI tools already. It will make decision for you. You will make translation from the AI tools itself. Of you have already worked with 10 years, 5 years with the same team. You don't need to replan with the team. You know the person, you know the teams already. You know the work environment and so on. Okay, so the rest you read. Okay, so this table also highlight management position and responsibility. So management position. So if you are the project coordinator administration, what do you do? and skill required. Task manager, project engineer, what do you do? Okay, go and read. Then what are the skill set you need? Okay. So the question for duties and the responsibility can be very short. It can just ask you elaborate based on understanding, explain project management position and responsibility for task manager, project engineer, and or assistant project manager. So you want to write this one, this one plus this one. Okay. Then the skill requirement, this one. Okay. But anyway, I will still brief you guys if this kind of question come up, so you can read and prepare for it. Okay. And so on. There are lots of position and what are the responsibility and skill requirement. Okay. Of course, I won't tell you that I'm going to ask you very specific things. I'll give you 3 choices. You go and read. For example, I ask you VP program, but in the briefing, I will tell you, please go and read program manager, executive manager, and VP manager. Then I will ask you this one, for example. Of course, I won't tell you what position I'm going to ask you, but I'll give you the scope where to read. Okay. Functional team, I'll go very fast. Functional teams, project teams, and managers. Project teams means project manager plus office. We call it PMO, project management office. PMO, they are the team member from all the functional unit. Okay. Oh, this one also you read why we need a team because of all this Because functional manager, they are more in technical area. And functional team members, they are not always full-time. They can be full-time, part-times for either duration of the project or specific phases. Okay. Okay, so these are the this is for the project startup phase. So you have something like this. So you have GM, project management, engineering management, operation management, director. Then you go to a certain all the stuff here, right? So here you see this one is Delton Corporation. You have a lot of overlapping name here. For example, Midas program. Under this director, this one, Henry, also have one Midas member here. And this one also Midas here. Okay. So this one, it will look more like a matrix form because it's report to one functional manager and sharing one project's manager. You didn't say who is the project, but here you know that these 3 person will report or generate report to one person. Okay. So there are 6 major programs if you look carefully. So they have a Midas and so on, Lex, so on. So there are 6 programs. Okay. So this one, it can place on the top, like for example, Midas, put at the top. Sometimes this organization is for the customers or when you do bidding presentation. Like for example, this Richard Green, he go and present a proposal to Midas director. They want to bid for the Midas program. So of course they put the Midas on the top, so that you see that, oh, your proposal, you give me priority and so on. Okay, usually for presentation to the customers and so on. Okay. Then another one is more on the office structure. This one is within the Midas program structure, which is internally how they work. This is for customers or in their proposal. But this one is how they really works. How they really works. They reporting to a certain person. Okay, the rest of it. So in organization chart, they use solid line and dot line. Okay, so they have report directly and indirectly. Okay, the rest you read lah. I highlight the direction. Okay, then sometimes there is a project manning chart. You look at this, but nowadays you have a software, you don't see this one anymore. You will see all in a pie chart, who in charge of what and so on. They do expertise and so on. But this is very old. Okay, I think this is the last part. So let's do maybe 10 questions, then we call it a day. So during project staffing, primary of senior management is a selection of primary role of senior management, means GM. Their role is what? Project executive. No, this one. Okay, this one, number one, I need to check. I think the answer is not this one. I think it's not this one. I think it's project management. Number two, during project staffing, the primary of line management is what? A and B sure not the answer. C. Project manager is five years old. It's far more. This one. So this number three means project success, not fail. Most people believe that best way to train someone in project management is through what? Most people, you want to train someone, on job training, put them in the job. Okay. So internship is also very, very near to on-job training. In staffing negotiation with line manager, you identify a work package that require a skill set of grade 7 workers. In the Europe, they have a grade 1, grade 2, grade 7, and so on. You are a project manager. And manager say, one person with grade 7 and 8, grade 7 workers, but he give you one low, one high. He give you 2%. You ask for one, he give you 2. So what should you do? What? D, be happy, Yes. You ask for one, he give you 2, of course, you'll be happy, right? Because worker also resources. If you have one worker means you have more resources already. It means you can ask that person to do other things if he underperform or what. At least you have extra resources. Okay. You price out a project at 1,000 hours, assuming a grade 7 employee would be assigned. The line manager assigned a grade 9 employees. Which will result a significant cost overrun because higher grade more expensive one. They count it like per hours like 50 ringgit per hour. If you're higher grade, then more expensive. The project manager should what? D, see if a grade 9 can do the job in less time. Yes. Okay. So your job as a project manager, you negotiate, you reduce conflicts. As project begin to wind down, the project manager should what? Wind down means close to want to close the project already lah. A, yes. Okay. Because if you keep the personnel, your cost will continue to flow out. So you want to reduce your cost, so you assign to other projects. Okay. With this, we conclude chapter 4. Okay, we end our lecture here. Sign attendance, sign your attendance.